It's time for another used part pickup ride along. Today, I'm going to be meeting up to buy a graphics card for a build that I have coming up. I've actually been trying to work out a meetup time with this seller for the last few days because, man, he has been pretty slow with communications. When I first messaged him, he responded 6 hours later, which is fine. You know, he could have been busy or something like that. So we back and forth for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he drops off completely. I sent him a message close to 9 p.m. the other night and got no response at all. So I did that desperate double message thing and sent another one in the morning and no response until nearly 12 hours later. So then I responded to that like right away. At this point, it's like 5 in the evening, then nothing from him again until the next morning. So this keeps on happening a couple more times, but we finally got a meet time, so we should be good to go now. I'll tell you more about the deal on the drive over, so let's head out right after this. This video is sponsored by Brilliant.org, a learning platform with courses in math, science, and computer science designed for everyone ages 13 and up. I've been out of school for well over a decade now. I graduated college back in 2011, and ever since entering the workforce, I found the amount I learn on the job on a day-to-day basis has significantly decreased compared to back when I was in school. Brilliant was designed for busy people that want to keep their minds sharp while being as convenient as possible, which is why it's available on a variety of devices, whether you're a desktop, laptop, tablet, or a phone kind of person. I can now learn or relearn concepts with quick interactive lessons that make it fun and easy anywhere. And oh, I mean anywhere. I've personally been going through the programming with Python courses to brush up on my programming skills. This is one area that I struggled quite a bit with during school, so it's nice to be able to relearn it on my own terms at my own pace. Try Brilliant today for free with their full 30-day trial by going to brilliant.org/nerdonabudget. Link will be in the description as well. First 200 viewers will get 20% off of Brilliant's annual subscription. Thanks Brilliant for sponsoring this segment of the video, and now let's get back to it. So the mobile test bench has been upgraded since last time. I got a new portable monitor that Pixio sent over specifically for me to use for these ride-alongs. This is the PX160. The one that I was using before, that was starting to have some issues with the display connectors. I still have it right here. The HDMI mini connector is starting to have issues with the signal. It just kind of cuts in and out randomly. It just got loose over time when it gets bumped and stuff. So I definitely need to try to fix that when I get a chance. This one, the connectors lock on a lot nicer on here. I don't know if it's just because it's newer or it's because they actually have, you know, better housing for it. But the USB-C and the HDMI mini connects way better on this one. But yeah, so everything else is pretty much the same other than this though. Got the UPS battery for power, wireless keyboard and mouse, and here's the PC that we're going to be using today. I like using this one since this is like a smaller case with a handle, so it's easy to grab and maneuver and throw into the trunk. So let's get this all loaded up in the car. And oh yeah, Melissa is coming along today for the ride along because we're grabbing lunch with my parents beforehand, and the meetup is nearby afterwards, so she has no choice but to ride along.
I put in on March, but they need him to stay extra 2 months to training a new person.
Yeah. Good for him. But he's learning.
Alright, just had lunch with the parents for my mom's birthday and Mother's Day. Time to go meet up for offer up. Bless you. So the graphics card I'm going to go pick up is the RX 5700 XT. This one, the seller had 2 on the listing. I wanted the Sapphire Pulse version. He had one of those, but when I messaged him, he said only the Asus Dual one was left. He had it listed for $150, which is kind of what they're going for right now on eBay. On eBay, it's anywhere from like 150 to 160 bucks. I was able to talk him down from 150 to 130. I wasn't sure if he was gonna take it or not because I think 130 for that card is really good. The performance of them relative to NVIDIA cards and even some of the more modern AMD cards are really good. Like, it beats the RX 6600 by a little bit, and those are still going for around 200 brand new plus tax, or in the used market, I think around 180. And the thing about RX 5000 is that you don't get the full feature set. Like, there's no ray tracing. It does have FSR since that is kind of backwards compatible. So for this, you're mainly going for the performance rasterization wise at a really low price. The only thing about these cards is that They were very popular for mining. The 5700s and 5700 XTs specifically from this generation were really good for mining. I have no idea if this card was mined on or not. The listing didn't say anything. I don't really care whether or not it's been mined on, so long as, you know, it tests fine. This is going to be going into a type of system that's going to be pretty cheap anyway, so you know, that's just what you get when you have a low price build. You just kind of have to expect used and a little bit more worn out components. Man, now we're on like the quiet streets, not the loud freeway. I want to say everything over again. You want to hear me say that entire thing again?
So we're going to pick up this graphics card.
Yeah, go on. Let's see if you can repeat everything I just said.
Something 150. RX 150. The guy
Okay.
wanted it for 150. There was two. One that starts with an L, and the one that you're getting is something that starts with an A or S. And then
Kind of close, yeah.
wanted it for 150, but you're able to talk him down to 130.
You're just saying the easy stuff now, but what about the more technical specs?
You didn't say anything technical.
Yeah, I did.
Said that
Talk about the
graphics
generations.
cards were at a time when it was meant for use for mining, so you're not sure if he's using it for mining or not.
Okay.
So you'll have to see. You don't care anyways because you're putting it into a cheap build.
Okay.
Is that it?
I mean, I think that's better than most, you know, significant others or wives or girlfriends would get.
I only heard that once, by the way.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You didn't even say it more than once.
Well, why would I?
Because you take multiple takes.
That's true. Okay, here it is.
You get it back to the driveway?
Yeah. How's that weird?
Because it's not your house?
It's okay. Okay.
Is the car running?
For what?
Quick escape?
Hey,
Hey, June.
hey, what's good?
Nice to meet you.
nice
Can I
to
test
meet
that
you.
out real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sorry, I use NVIDIA and you know it doesn't work with my setup because you know they're not.
So you're probably wondering why the screen just cut out right here, and that's because I thought the camera was off at that point. I wanted to save battery since the seller was not responding at all, and I was just standing outside his house for like 15 plus minutes already, and I had no idea how long he'd take. So I tried to turn it off, but I didn't press the button fully, and when he finally answered the door and we started walking to the car, I thought I was turning it on at that point, but was actually turning it off. RIP. Thankfully, my camera sitting on the dashboard was still recording the entire time, so I was still able to capture the interaction. Not the best point of view, but still better than nothing.
You have everything here?
Yeah, I have a full setup ready to go, just to test.
How are you in a hurry up?
I have a battery in the back, so in here, yeah. When did you sell the other one?
I don't know, like a month ago.
Oh, so your listing has been up for a while?
Yeah, it's been up, but people say like they're gonna pick it up, but you know they never came. That's why I just you know ask people, okay, you know if you want to buy, just you know come to me, you know to my house. No, but I didn't know that you could actually power up a desktop with the what,
So that's just a backup battery. So it's for like when your power goes out.
power. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll still keep your computer on for like 10-15 minutes. So
that's true.
yeah, I just use that portably. So
I see.
okay, yeah. So I mean, it boots right up. Let me take a look at everything real quick.
Just yeah, check it out. Last time I checked, the benchmark was was like in the range.
So yeah, RX 5700 XT shows up in GPU Z, just fine. I'm gonna run a quick.
Some benchmark or something.
Yeah.
Usually, that
Yeah,
one,
so
that
we'll
one.
run this one.
Yeah, that. Did you have the AMD driver previously?
Yeah. So since I knew
Yeah.
I was picking up this,
You only
I
had
put
the
in an
AMD?
AMD card and I installed the correct drivers for it.
Yeah,
So
nice.
yeah.
That's cool. What are you trying to do with the card? Like,
Just build a cheap system with it. Probably like a $400 PC.
yeah.
Yeah, so 130 here, and then the rest of the parts like cheap CPU and everything like that. Yeah, everything is looking good. Temperatures are fine, under 50, 130 FPS. Okay, I'm just gonna let this play through. It's a couple of
keep it
minutes.
in pretty good condition. It looks like it doesn't look used from the outside.
Yeah.
But like if you see the fan, you'll see like a little bit dust. To be honest.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Just
about
because
that.
I have a dog. So.
Okay, yeah, I can always clean that up. That's no
It's a
problem.
dog fur. So
Yeah.
other than that,
What do you have in your main system right now?
I have this 3090 for Nvidia. Here's the thing, I bought it for I don't know, like I had some money left, so I don't know. I was gonna let's try to make it in a beat system, right? And then since then I don't use that much. The way I do is still the same. It's been like what, a year, more than a year. I don't really go full with the system.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like kind of waste some money. I don't know.
All right, benchmark is finishing up now. Yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty much good with this. So, so you said you're good with 130, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
cool, dude. Yeah. Thanks for coming here. Driving in, having all this I was like.
All right, thank
All
you.
right.
It was nice to meet you. You have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you, dude.
I might not have captured anything from the interaction. I looked at my camera and I don't know when it shut off. Hopefully this was on. Dang. All right, so we're back home now and I can't believe I completely goofed up on the GoPro. What a complete amateur move. Luckily, the mic on this camera while sitting on the car dash was able to pick up the conversation all the way through the back of the trunk. But yeah, here's the card. Since you couldn't see it closer up with the GoPro point of view, here it is on this camera. It's pretty clean. It's not really dusty or grimy at all. The most notable signs of wear are a couple of pretty deep scratches or gashes here on the back plate, but I mean, it's whatever. It's just cosmetic. The box that this graphics card was in was actually completely empty when the seller handed it to me. It didn't even have like foam or anything in it. So the card was just like loosely flopping around in here and sliding around when he handed it over. But I mean, everything checks out though. It was running at max load, operating under 50 degrees, high frame rate. It was smooth, no issues that I could see anyways during the superposition test. No weird noises, no smells. For $130, I'm pretty happy with this grab. I was able to get it for a little less than what other 5700 XT listings in my area were going for, and it was cheaper than eBay as well, and eBay has tax. So yeah, picking this up for this price tax-free was nice. You'll see this card in a future build, so stay tuned. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video though. Hope you enjoyed yet another live PC hardware pickup interaction, despite me royally screwing up the first person footage. This was definitely a necessary reminder and a wake-up call for me to always check the cameras. It's funny because from this camera's footage, I'll play it back on the screen, but you can actually see me checking the GoPro multiple times. I just didn't do it when it mattered most. So yeah, I can't be letting that happen. But yeah, as always, let me know if you picked up any great deals lately, or if you have any fun stories about your own local pickups. I always love reading them down in the comments below. Other than that though, thank you as always for watching and for supporting the channel. Thanks to the channel members as always for their above and beyond support. Be safe out there, and I'll see y'all down in the comments as well as the next stream and or video. Bye.